If we only go back a couple of generations, we'll find plenty of people for whom this building here at 307 Old Main Street in South Yarmouth was the place where they did all of their banking transactions. Since officially opening their doors as the Cultural Center of Cape Cod in 2007, it's been the place for all things arts and culture. But to ask Molly de Millionaire, the old bank nostalgia is part and parcel with the experience here.
There's not a day that goes by that someone doesn't come in and say, oh, I got my first mortgage here, or I had my first safety deposit box here. And so it's really been a part of our Cape Cod community for a really long time.
In the time that they've been open as the Cultural Center, over 250,000 visitors have made their way through the doors here to take in the sights and sounds.
There's visual art everywhere. There's ceramics, there's painting, there's screen printing, there's oil paintings and acrylic paintings. And so it's just like this really rich environment. And we always encourage people that when they're around to kind of explore and don't just come in for something that you might know you want to see. Be a little curious and open to learning something new.
While there are always seemingly endless sights to take in, we did mention sounds. That would probably fall under the heading of Cultural Center After Dark. Just another transition for the operation located here at the corner of Union and Old Main. When it first opened, people were thrilled to see the old bank building being repurposed and transformed into one of the premier cultural centers around. On the weekends, the folks who run this place take their transformation skills to the next level when they convert the main gallery into an intimate concert hall. Changing the room over by bringing in the seating and all that goes with it is just one time-consuming element. Creating the right sound is something else entirely. And with the high ceilings here, making that switch is no easy feat.
The acoustics in the space are really special. It's a live space. You hear vocals and acoustic music in here is just, it's to die for, really. And so, yeah, we have a great team. Jared and Mike are sound engineers, and they're at every concert, so we want to make sure that the sound is exactly what it needs to be.
When we stopped by, we got to see Jared making sure that all the sound was correct to the last decibel. As it turns out, getting that perfect sound was essential to that evening's performer, Tom Dimenna. He was doing the first night of his two-night series, Story Songs of the 70s. On the night that we saw him, he was covering the classics of Harry Chapin, Cat Stevens, and Gordon Lightfoot.
I think that this music of the 70s means to me great lyrics, obviously great stories and what have you, great artists, but it sounded good. The tone was good. The guitar sounded good. And that, for whatever reason, with how music has evolved and become an industry, it's just lost.
For Dimenna, who spent the first half of his show that night as just one man, his voice, and his guitar, capturing that tone would be the key to capturing his audience.
It's still so hard, it doesn't always work out. And I don't have the nicest gear, but I care. And I like, that is different. And so when you have somebody that's like, all musicians care obviously, but willing to just prioritize the tone to that degree and do these songs that people really like, that's nice. And that's, I think, worth price of admission.
While there wasn't an empty seat in the house, and everyone who had a ticket and wanted to be there was there, de Millionaire's actual target audience is that one person who may be on the fence about showing up.
People who didn't know they wanted to come here, maybe they had a preconceived notion that it's for their grandmother and it's a quilting circle, right? And then they come in and they see this incredible band. Tonight we have the Story Songs of the 70s. And so people, they're sharing space and time with other humans. And I think we've kind of lost that a little bit in the human experience, right? So everybody's in their phone and not paying attention. And so drag your parents here, drag your friends here, drag your girlfriend, your boyfriend, doesn't matter. They're all going to have a great time.